All right, so Jay Ronin, introduce yourself.
Peace, how you doing, y'all? DJ J Ronin, Flatbush, Brooklyn, repping the All Elements crew, Low Lives. I'm Tapped In, it's another brand I have. Rolling with Ronin, that's my martial arts brand. Been in the game a long time as a DJ, mixtapes, hosting and putting events together as a promoter, management, audio engineering. You know, I've had the studio open for a long time. I had Pro Tools since back in the day. So, you know, everybody comes and records with me. Well, nowadays I'm more choosy about who comes. You know, I used to record anybody, but now, you know, it's more.
And where was the studio? Like, it was in Brooklyn?
Well, originally, the first 2 years, it was in Harlem, Spanish Harlem, and then by Brooklyn College after that.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember you used to have these mixtapes, like, with exclusive, like, every now and then.
Yeah. I was recording all that. All these people were coming to the studio. So, you know, Wu Tang, Boot Camp, everybody from, you know, Rod Digger, Razzcast, you know, Killer Priest, Planet Asia, a lot of the battle rappers, Math Hoffa, and DNA, you know, Hollow and Goods and Charlie Clips, people like that, you know, it was all coming either to the podcast, the radio show he was doing, or go to the studio, and we just getting stuff done. Westside Gun, Conway, you know, Rome Streets, Tragic Gaddafi, Kool Keith.
What happened to the verse?
Everybody.
What happened to all these verses? Do you keep it, or is it?
Yeah, of course I keep it.
Okay.
Everything is saved. You know, the mixtapes, during that mixtape era, they did very well. Some of them sold 10 and 20,000 copies. You know, I before streaming, you know, there was mixtape stores everywhere, all over Brooklyn, downtown Manhattan, Canal Street, Harlem, Bronx, Queens, you know, Jamaica Ave, you know, Corona, Jackson Heights, everywhere. I had newsstands selling my mixtapes at one point, you know, so it was, and then we had stores all over California, Miami, Chicago, Detroit, you know, Atlanta. It was a great business. You know, I would ship out boxes all over the world. The post office used to hate me because I'd come in with, you know, a hand truck with stacked up boxes of 200 CDs each. Let's go in here.
You started off with the CDs or cassettes, or just with
CDs?
CDs?
Okay. I mean, I did a little bit of cassettes, but you know, it takes too long. You know, and I started going to MOS, and they you know.
Okay, did you use Tape 8 back then for the mixtape distribution?
No, I used MOS and also Hard Time Records.
Okay.
Shout out to my man PR Dean. He used to also do duplications for me as well.
Yeah, because I remember when I used to get mixtape, it used to be downtown Canal Street by Amadou. Yeah, he used to yeah.
Amadou is my man, and then he moved to 14th Street and 6th Avenue.
Yeah.
And he used to cop like 500 mixtapes from me at a time, like cash up front. That was my guy.
And a lot of people don't understand that mixtapes, you'll see mixtape DJ come in like on a Monday, then by Friday, they're already sold out.
Yeah. Try the next day.
Yeah, depending on DJ, the next day.
And sometimes, if they was cool like Amadou, they'd call you, yo Jay, I need another box. But some of them would just bootleg your stuff and put it out. You know, so even my first CDs was getting bootleg heavy, and I remember people in Japan seeing bootlegs, and down to Atlanta, to Cali, bootlegs, you know, so. But I remember what 50 Cent said, I think it was in Feds Mag or Don Diva, one of them, where he said, don't get mad at the bootleggers. As long as your contact information is on there, they're like your street team. You don't gotta pay them, and they're getting your music out there and getting your information out there. So there's plenty of people who got bootlegs in my mixtapes, so they hit me up for a DJ gig, to get me to host their mixtape or their album or whatever. So as long as it brought business opportunities, I didn't really care.
Yeah. So do you miss the mixtape era?
Of course.
And what do you like about it?
It was just so much fun. It was freedom. You know, you could take an industry beat, do some freestyles, take some songs you liked at that time. You know, all the labels would you know, call me up and give me, you know, the new record, whether it was Def Jam or Atlantic or whoever, and then, you know, I had the studio, so that was the most fun for me, was having all these artists come and work together, and sometimes bring artists together that were from different, you know, worlds. Like I remember I did a posse cut called, I think it was called The Purpose, and I had Capadonna from Wu Tang on there. And I had Mista FAB from Oakland, from the Bay, People more, he's bigger now. I think on the gram. He's at every Warriors game. He got his dope era clothing line. He's doing good. So I had them two, and then I had Reef the Lost Cause from Philly, who was part of Army of Pharaohs, Jedi Mind Tricks, and them. And then I had Sha Stimuli on there, who was real big in the mixtape game at that time. Who was also from Flatbush. Shout out to Flatbush. And just bringing people together, and I like that, bringing different coasts, different regions together, I feel like hip hop was so divided, and it still is, all the different little parts of it. So to bring everybody together, if you're dope, if you're talented, come work together. You from this scene, you from that scene, you from this scene. Let's work together. Let's get money together. Let's share some fans. Let's make things bigger. So that was fun. Just picking beats, working with dope producers. I discovered a lot of producers before they blew up. And I was working with them. Maybe not discovered like I'm Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
Well, fuck that dude. But I would grab up producers who were dope and work with them. Like Beat Butcher, did all the stuff for Griselda, got Grammys now. And Chile and Zaire, DJ Snips from London. Different people and putting songs together. And it was fun, man, working with all these artists. Cool. And we still do that, but now we do compilation albums instead. The format is different.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask you, you think now it would be difficult for a DJ to come out with a mixtape in this era?
It's totally different. Because back then, I had like 100 spots in New York that would buy the CD up front. And then I had another 150, 200 spots around the country that would just buy it. So I could move 10, 20,000 to one CD wholesale in a week. And now, everybody wants to stream. They want to get on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, whatever, YouTube. People don't want to spend their money. So it's a lot harder. So, a lot of independent artists who are making 100, 200 grand in 2005, 2008, 2009, now they're not making nearly as much. A lot of artists I know had to go get jobs. They had to learn a trade and do music part-time. Okay. So it's a different era. So now for me, I put out albums independently, but I do DJ gigs. I host events, I put events together. I did my birthday bash recently. I had Omega and Planet Asia headline. And it was a great event. And you rent venues where you can have your own vendors and have your own bar.
Okay. How you feel about Spotify playlists? You think does that hurt the DJ or will that hurt the artist? You think it's pretty good?
I mean, it's cool for the customer. It's cool, but I mean, it took a lot away from the DJs. I think I feel like DJs should have more attention on those playlists. Like I don't really go hard with the playlists, but I probably should. I mean, I put playlists together for myself and I make them public, but I don't usually like share them and stress people like that. But there's a lot of so-called influencers who don't go out the house, who don't know anybody, and they just work the internet all day and they got a whole bunch of followers and they just charge people to get on their playlist. And it's kind of bullshit.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because I have my own personal playlist. I use a regular iPod. Just listen to my music and that's it.
Right.
It's simple. So let me ask a quick question. So where were you when DJ Drama was got arrested like years ago for his illegal mixtapes? And what was your thoughts back then?
Well, I think it's debatable whether or not it was illegal. Because all these record labels were paying him to play their records. They were inviting him to come over. They're giving him CDs. They're giving him vinyl. They're sending him MP3s. So they're doing that, but then the RIAA was then going after the same mixtape DJs. So it was a gray market. Where I was making mixtapes, selling, getting money. I didn't stop going hard with the mixtapes until about 2014, 2015.
Oh, that was like towards the end.
Yeah. Because I remember I did Freestyle Files Volume 2 in 2014, and Complex Magazine featured it, and I did, I think, 13 music videos for it, and it was 50 MCs, all on classic beats, doing freestyles. And if I put that out in 05, 06, 07, 08, I would have sold 50,000, 100,000. And you know, maybe I sold a couple of thousand. It didn't make the kind of money that I wanted it to make. And then I had all these videos done for it. And I'm like, damn, like, this is dope. Like, yeah. But I felt like it was already kind of too late in that era. I probably would have been better off just making a compilation album with all those people.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, kind of.
But the tape was still classic, and shout out to Empire. It's actually up for streaming. I'm not gonna say too much, but you can stream it right now on everything. Freestyle Files 1 and 2.
Okay, let me ask you a personal question. So why made you choose Empire Distribution over United Masters and the other distribution companies like DistroKid? Well,
I use DistroKid for some things, like for new original stuff. I might put it out through DistroKid, or I might go with Fat Beats, because I have a distribution deal with them as well. For Empire, for me, they don't ask a lot of questions. I could just do one sign off and put it out.
Okay.
So it makes my life a little easier, because DistroKid and CD Baby, when the artists are bigger, they want you to get sign offs and do all this extra work, and some of these records are 10 and 15 years old, even if I'm putting them back out digitally. And I'm not trying to track all these rappers down.
Oh, so they'll basically stop you. Be like, no, then you need.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you need this artist to. I think DistroKid or one of them had. You have to they have to go on their Twitter account and send this code DM to the Twitter for the distribution company.
Oh wow. From
their official Twitter. I'm like, come on, man, that's too much work.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. I mean, the backhand should be way easier, because at the end of the day, it's like it's yours, right? It's
right.
Yours.
And they're shouting me out on it. But I remember on the Freestyle Files intro, I had Busta Rhymes on there shouting me out and talking about me. And because of that, Empire didn't put that on the streaming. Because I didn't have a sign off for Busta. But he's talking about me.
Yeah.
But I still couldn't put it out.
Okay, I know Busta is on the Busta been distributed through Empire, through his company.
Well, this is before that.
Oh, okay. Oh wow. So I guess distribution.
Yeah, it's headaches.
So you grew up in Westside Brooklyn?
No. Flatbush Brooklyn.
Oh, Flatbush Brooklyn. Okay. I was gonna tell you. So you tell me you knew Biggie growing up, right? Biggie and Junior Mafia. No.
I'm a little younger. You gotta remember.
For real?
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, I thought we were like around the same age.
How old do you think I was?
If I would guess, at least mid 40s.
I'm 42.
42. So that's early 40s.
So I was getting out of the house. It's like 96, 97. I was going to events and getting into stuff with a fake ID at that time. So no, I never got to meet Biggie. I did meet Lil' Kim. I met guys from Junior Mafia, but I wasn't close with them.
95, 96, that's a good era. Right? That was.
Yeah, I was a fan. I was listening. But
and at some point
I was going to like a lot of hip hop events. Probably 97 on. So I was around like a lot of the Raucous people, Raucous Records.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask that.
And Loud Records. The Wu Tangs, the Mob Deeps, people like that.
I remember I went to the Ruggeds building one time in my life. It was just like a back staircase. It was very grimy, graffiti on the wall. And when you go there, you see the office. I'm like, okay. That was like.
How was the security over there?
Oh, it wasn't. The back door was just open.
Okay.
It was like way back before they signed Mos Def or Black Star.
Okay.
That was like back then.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot how long ago it was. And you said you ended up working with a Wu Tang Clan. You were their DJ. Was this doing 36 Chambers, or what was it doing the second album, the double album?
Oh no, this is later. Way later. I was DJing sometimes for Capadonna and Killer Priest, like 05, 06, 07, 08. And then I only DJed for the Clan once.
Oh, wow.
And that was a funny situation. It was an ODB tribute after Dirty had already passed. Rest in peace, ODB. And a lot of Mathematics was their normal DJ was supposed to spin, and he had to go for some reason. And he wanted Usually I use Technique 1200s and the Serato Control vinyl. But he likes CDJs, so he had the CDJs there. He left me the Serato CDs, but he didn't leave the music. He was like, "Yo, Ronin, you got this, right? You hold this down, right? I gotta go. I gotta film a situation." And I'm like, "Huh?" And he just left. And we're at Roulette Theater on Atlantic Avenue. You know, they got the balcony, they got the big ballroom floor. It's packed. Everybody's like, "Wu Tang, Wu Tang." I'm like, "Oh shit, I gotta get this set together real quick." So I'm like, "All right, so who's here?" And then, okay, Ray Khan was there, Ghostface, Master Killer, RZA, and then Young Dirty was doing ODB's parts, and then Busta Rhymes was there. So I just had to figure out what to play real quick. And I luckily, I'm a hoarder of music, so I had 36 Chambers instrumentals, I had Triumph, I had Iron Man, Ghostface and Iron Man, Supreme Clientele instrumentals, all the Cuban Links instrumentals, just a Liquid Swords instrumental. So I just put together a set real quick and we rocked out.
Nice.
You know? And I know there's footage of that. I have photos, but I don't have the footage.
Yeah, you got the footage?
Yeah.
That would have been nice. Do you capture all your events? Do you like?
Yeah. Normally I have a videographer. I usually use my boy Mike Borello from Electric Artistry, but he moved to Florida. So usually I got a guy who's part of my team he shoots videos, he does videography. We also raps, makes beats. R. Hendrix, who's actually also from Flatbush.
Okay.
So R. Hendrix, he usually films stuff for me.
Cool. All right. So it's polo all day, right?
I mean, I've been, a member of Low Lives for over 20 years, the crew. Pretty much, I'm pretty, polo hats don't look good on me. I got a big head, a big face, so I don't really wear polo hats.
You want the bucket hats or just the regular hats?
Any hat. They all look bad on me. Like the hat you wearing right now, my head is way too big. My face, I'll look like Tweedledee. Tweedledum, like that. I can't wear like dad hats. I need like the bigger,
like the fitted.
I need like stuff like this. It just don't look good on me. And then I got wide feet, so most Ralph Lauren sneakers I can't wear. So I wear a lot of Ewings, and I wear like Bo Jackson's, Nike, cross trainers, Jordans. Okay. But yeah, polo all day, but I wear streetwear brands that work with me. New York State of Mind, I work with them, and we did a collaboration recently. So I have all elements, music group t-shirts, hats, and hoodies, DJ J Ronin t-shirts, hats, and hoodies, and I have Rolling with Ronin, that's my martial arts brand, t-shirts as well. So
okay.
I work in New York State of Mind, Brickface Clothing, a few other brands.
Okay. I remember back in the days when I was in school, it was like people used to get jumped and they would wear like that fake polo, the Polo Association Club.
Or USPA.
Yeah.
And Triple Fat Goose.
Yeah. I just thought about it.
Yeah. We don't mess with that.
Yeah, I know it's only strictly...
No USPA.
Oh, no what?
USPA, USPA. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's not... You got Beverly Hills Polo Club.
I've seen that, yeah.
They trying to capitalize off Ralph Lauren's name, and they'll make stuff that looks like it. And U.S. Polo Association is a real polo, the sport association, and they made a deal with this clothing company to make clothing that looks like Ralph Lauren clothing. It's bootleg. Yeah,
it's like the legal bootleg of Ralph Lauren.
It's legal, but it's corny. You're a sucker, you're a herb if you wear it. But a lot of times it's older people who don't know, and they'll get it for their kids or their grandkids. Or, no disrespect, immigrants who don't really know about fashion. Fresh off the boat, people are like, "Oh, I got the new polo." And you're like, "Nah, bro, listen, I'll take you to the outlet, bro. Come on. Come here, brother. We gotta get you some fly shit. Like, listen, you can spend the same amount of money and get the real stuff. Go to a sale at Macy's. Go to the outlet. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, especially outlet. You can probably get it much cheaper.
Yeah,
but at a better price. Yeah.
So I'm not saying lower your money on clothing. Man makes the clothes. Clothing don't make the man. I go out in a white beater and some basketball shorts, and I'm still me. I don't need polo to be who I am.
So I mean polo. So I guess everyone loved polo for the last for the longest I can remember, since the late 90s or early 90s, early 80s. And like everyone seemed to love Polo.
Well,
I feel like it's not gonna go out of style anytime soon.
Polo showed a lifestyle that working class people who couldn't afford it, wanted to have that lifestyle. So that was part of it. And you know, it's very colorful, great designs. Even though the designer is from the Bronx, Ralph Lauren, he was very multicultural. He had Tyson Beckford early, like you know, he was using him, like, so he used people of color in his ads. I think that made it appealing. But then really, my team, you know, before I was around, you know, the first generation, Low Lives, they made it cool in the hood to really rock low, and that infiltrated into all facets of hip hop culture.
Yeah, it did.
You know?
I was gonna ask you Tommy or Ralph, but I remember at one point like Tommy or Ralph. It's like if you're not wearing
Ralph.
Tommy, you're wearing Ralph. If you're not wearing Ralph, you're wearing Tommy.
But I'm not mad. You know, I'm a father, and my son's birthday party just passed over this weekend, and one of his cousins gave him some Tommy. I'm not mad. Some Tommy, some Nautica, cool. But you know, my son's name is Baby Freddie Low on Instagram. Low. It's low all day. He could wear some of that stuff though, other stuff, but you know.
Let's talk about Low Life real quick. So Low Life started in Brooklyn, and that's where the love of Ralphie's, right?
1988. Well, you know, it was about, back then it was about money, hoes, and clothes. Getting money, getting girls, and getting fly. And, you know, a lot of them were boosters, but some of them were also like drug dealers or in other criminal aspects. I came later as a DJ, something involved in music and culture, because it started going more music direction. You know, my big bro Thurston Howe was getting, you know, more into music. So, you know, it became more of a fraternal organization about music, fashion, culture. It became less about the criminality of it, but it started off on some real street shit.
Yeah.
You know, and I was around for that era, you know? I was a little kid.
So let's talk about boot camp real quick. So I know you worked with Sean Price at some point.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Sean P.
Yeah, rest in peace. And how did you hook up with Sean?
Well, I think that was just, you know, I believe strongly in the term, your network is your net worth. So there was a time where I would go out to maybe 20 events in a week. You know, I might go out and go to 3-4 events in one night. And, you know, I would go to a lot of events. I would DJ, I would network. And, you know, I just got cool going to shows. And, you know, I was working with him, working with Rock from Helter Skelter as well. Tech and Steve from Smith & Wesson, Buckshot. And, you know, I'll get them shows, get them paid for shows, get them paid for verses. And I get them on my mixtapes. And, you know, we just had a good working relationship. And they supported me early on, especially General Steele. Shout out to him from Smith & Wesson. He always was very supportive of me. You know, always has been. So,
nice. I always thought Sean Price was like the nicest.
Super nice. Jokes. I remember I wore some bent up Timbs around him once, and he let me have it. And after that, he did like a footwear check on me every time he saw me, like messing with me. But you know, he was great, man. You know, we definitely miss him. Every year we have something for his birthday, and you know, I was just with his widow, Bernadette Price. She came to my son's birthday party along with their youngest child, Shawnee Price.
Okay.
You know, his daughter, and you know, she got so much. She's so much like him. It's crazy.
Oh, is she gonna rap too?
I mean, she has fun with it. I don't know.
I know Bernadette is rapping now.
Yeah, she's rapping. She's doing her thing. Getting paid for verses too.
Nice. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, get that money.
Yeah.
Bernadette.
And
I'm all for it, you know.
You also interviewed. You're the first to interview. What was it? Westside Gun from Griselda.
Well, no, I was one of the first people to do an in-depth interview with him.
Okay.
That was 2015, I want to say. So about 9 years ago. And I met Westside Gun and Griselda through Planet Asia because he was working with them already. early on, like 2014, and they linked me up, and I met them in Atlanta. At the time, you know, they were giving out CDs and still, you know, getting their name out there. And we hung out in Atlanta at A3C, went to a bunch of events together. You know, Westside Gun, Conway, the producer Derringer, the other producer Camouflage Monk. Shout out to Camouflage Monk. We got a project that's been on the shelf, you know, in the vault for a long time. He produced with Sav Kills called Savage Monks. Sav's one of the artists that I managed, was part of my All Elements crew. But yeah, we you know, hung out in Atlanta, and they came to New York, and I interviewed them, and I put it out. And I got a freestyle with Westside Gun and Conway on the Incarcerated Scarface beat, Raekwon beat. And it played on the radio show, but I never put it out.
Wow.
So I'm slowly working on Freestyle Files Volume 3, just for fun. And I have some really dope artists on there, but that freestyle is on there with Westside Gun and Conway. And then I also got Rome Streets on there from who signed Griselda later on, who's from Brooklyn.
Who?
Rome Streets.
Oh, Rome Streets, okay.
And yeah, I got a lot of people on there. I got a posse cut with Cool Keith from Ultramagnetic MCs, Sadat X from Brand Nubian, Capadonna from Wu Tang, and Illa G on there. And then I got Rome Streets with Shabam Sadiq and Tragic Gaddafi. Swave 7 from Harlem did a verse for it. I gotta finish it up, but it's still a project.
So it's coming out probably next year.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've been, yo, I have so many like half-finished projects. I need to get them done.
So what do you do? You just mix? You just throw verses together?
You know, I record stuff and I try to get the right stuff, and you know, sometimes people come and they do verses for it and don't make the cut.
Oh, okay.
And you don't want to shit on them, but it's like sometimes some of these legends, they don't keep their pen game sharp, and some of them MCs just was never sharp. They just got buzz, and you know, they cool with, you know, they the homie of the homie, and they come through, and you're like, this motherfucker can't rap. Fuck.
What do you do?
Why did I even record this? Like,
what do you do in a time like that? Do you just keep it, take it out, throw it away, save it?
I might save it, but I'm like, if I don't like it, I'm not using it.
Okay.
And there's stuff that's just like I'm never putting out. There's a lot of good stuff that I didn't put out just because you know, there's always a lot going on, and you know, but yeah. That's the worst, man. When people come through and, you know, I try to keep it real. I'm like, you know, I try to get them to do the best they can. Like, hey, I think you're a little bit out the pocket there. You know, you tighten the flow up, or, you know,
do they get mad? They get angry?
You got too many words in some of these bars. You know, like I might try to help them, but some people are like, you don't rap. You can't tell me how to rap.
It's like the ego, so I can get in.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes.
Okay. So lately, it's like Nas is dropping, releasing an album. Ice Cube coming out with an album this week. Mary coming with an album. It's like El Cool J dropped an album. M dropped the album. And how you feel about these legendary rappers coming out with an album nowadays?
I think it's great. You know, I like the LL Cool J album. Q-Tip produced the whole thing. It's dope. I like it. It's something different. It's not what people expected from him, but that's okay.
I like it.
And, you know, I like the Eminem project. I like other Nas projects. I saw Nas at Madison Square Garden. That was a great show. What was that, a year ago? Something like that.
Was that the Nas and Wu Tang?
No. I went to the Nas Wu Tang show, the one at the Barclays. But before that, I went to a Nas show at Madison Square Garden by himself.
Okay.
And he was doing all the King's Disease.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think
trilogy.
Yeah. I think I know what you were talking about. It was like
he like brought out. I think he brought out Mary, and he brought out Hit Boy, and that was it. He rapped for like 2 hours.
You a big Nas fan?
Yeah. Nas is one of the greatest.
Yeah, he is.
If probably the greatest solo hip hop artist of all time, in my opinion.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Would you rather listen to King Disease or Magic? I think it was Magic, right? It was Magic?
With the EP?
No, the album.
Part 1 or Part 2?
Yeah. Any.
It depends on my mood. If I play one too many times, I want to go to the other one. You know, my mood changes. Sometimes if you play one thing too often, you want to play something else. Sometimes I want to play I Am. Sometimes I want to play Nostradamus.
Yeah,
I heard it a long time, and maybe I didn't like it as much back then. But then you go back and play it now, and you're like, yo, this is still better than all these motherfuckers on the radio.
Mm-hmm. You know? You're right. There was now that I was playing. I forgot which it was. I'm like, oh wow, this is nice.
Yeah.
It wasn't I Am. It was I forgot which one it was. It was one of the top.
He got a lot of great work. Sometimes the production you might not love, or a hook you might not love, but all his projects are dope on some level. Some of them could have been better, but his worst work is still better than most people's best.
Yeah, I'll say that too. Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Have you DJ have you DJ in Europe?
Yeah, of course. I've DJed parties in Paris, in London, Brussels, Belgium, Portugal, and Braga, Italy, and then I've DJed for artists out there as well.
And how, from your point of view, how was hip hop perceived?
I mean, it's back in the day, you know, people in Europe really, really appreciated it, and you know, there were a lot of fans really supportive. I feel like now, a lot of these scenes, they have their own rappers who rap in their language, and they care about them more. Or if you're really, really big in America, I feel like the love for the underground is not as strong as it used to be in Europe. It's still good though, but and I appreciate love. People, you know, if people want to support you, they want to support you, and it's always appreciated. But there was a time when like Europe, just you could go and tour all the time. It was amazing. You know, and it's still good, but you know, like the UK has their own scene, France has their own scene, and it's been around for decades. You know, and I feel like people care more about their local scene and like really big platinum artists from America.
You think at some point this is gonna overshadow American rappers?
In America, no. No, but
because I know Jay was. Now I know Jay was Damager. He lived overseas and he performed.
Yeah, he moved to Germany.
Yeah, and he always performing overseas.
Yeah. He lives out there. I mean, that's my boy. You know, there's money to make out there. I think there was more money to make out there from the underground some years back. But if you know how to make money, you know how to network, you know how to hustle, make things happen, you're gonna make things happen. Whether you're in New York or in Berlin or London or Paris or wherever, you know. Some people move to Japan for years and make money out there, you know.
Yeah.
Me, I love New York. I love my city. You know, I have too much family out here, too much friends out here. You know, I could have a, you know, vacation spot. So, you know, I could go to another city for like a month maybe, but home is home.
Yeah, and I feel like everybody knows you in New York anyway.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
There's people who don't know nothing about nothing.
Because I'm thinking the last birthday party that you threw, I went, and I feel like you brought like everyone with you at the party.
The last one?
No, last one I went to was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Who outperformed?
I know you had Omega, Graf came in.
Graf?
Yeah, that was like back then.
Oh, that's not 3 years ago, bro.
That was 3 years ago.
Wait, the one with Graf was like 2008.
It was 2008?
Omega was a different one though.
It was some birthday party. I'm like, wow. It's like everyone just came right through. It was, I remember, it was right.
That was one with Graf, Capadonna, and Keith Murray?
I think you had one with Keith Murray.
Keith Murray jumped into the crowd and was stage diving.
I think I was probably, I think I was already drinking.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got into karate?
Yeah, I'm into martial arts in general. I study a system called Urban Contemporary Jiu-Jitsu, which has its roots in Sanukas Ryu Jiu-Jitsu, Kumite Ryu Jiu-Jitsu, and V Arnis Jitsu, V Jitsu Te, which is all like Japanese Jiu-Jitsu brought to New York and kind of fashioned for our urban lifestyle. So it's Jiu-Jitsu, the throws and the locks, but also the punching and kicking of boxing, of karate, and some of the knife and stick work from the Filipino arts, arnis and eskrima, and a little bit of Aikido. my teacher, Grandmaster Bill McLeod, who's 80 years old, used to run security for Raucous Records. Cause he was older back then, but he still get busy. I still can't keep up with him.
Then what made you want to go into it?
I always loved martial arts. I think as a little kid, watching the kung fu movies, the samurai movies. You know, my dad put me onto the old school samurai movies, like the Kurosawa movies, like Yojimbo, Seven Samurai. And I grew up watching the kung fu movies. So it's just, I got into it as a kid. I trained martial arts as a kid. And then I got so into the music that I focused more on that, and I stopped training, and I became a fat DJ. And I wish back, that I balanced that out, and I trained a couple times a week and did the music as well. Because one, I'd be a lot healthier, probably be 100 pounds lighter, and I would have been a lot higher rank in martial arts. Maybe I would have had my own martial arts school by now. Maybe. But that's maybe a goal for the future. Or at least to be an instructor. And I like working with the kids and giving back and helping kids and even grown people who've been through some hard things in life, help them build their confidence and get self-defense skills and leadership skills.
How was your concentration on the first day, the first few days? Was it hard?
Yeah, it was really hard. Being a fat DJ that was DJing all night and going eating at the diner every night and going to bed, belly full of pancakes and whatever else, and then going on the mat and having to do like 200 crunches and 50 push-ups and you gotta do rolls and flips, and I'm like, oh my god.
Wow.
So getting the body back, being more active, it was hard, and then I had to get my flexibility back with the kicks. Okay. And just all that stretching, and then I knew how to fall, but having to fall and get back up, land properly and get up.
That's like a routine in itself.
Yeah. And that gave me more respect for professional wrestlers, because they fall and get back up and get slammed and get back up. And if you've ever been in a wrestling ring, it is not soft. It is hard.
Oh, the mat.
There's just microphones underneath it, so it sounds like it's not bouncy at all. It's hard. Like
plywood?
Yeah. Hard. So even if the fights are, they're choreographed ahead of time, you'll do that and this, and then we'll do that, and then you win, whatever. They're going through a lot in that ring. So I just have to respect it, I used to be like, oh, it's fake, wrestling is fake. But they're going through a lot in that ring. And I'm not saying I go and watch wrestling. I'm more into mixed martial arts and watching full contact karate, kickboxing. But I just respect them more, because going down and getting back up is not easy.
No, it's not. Cause I had to train.
Getting slammed and all that. Yeah.
I had to train for boxing with my friend for one day boxing. We were just training.
Yeah.
It's not easy. It's hard.
No.
3 hours of training. I'm okay.
Yeah. There are days when I train for 3 and 4 hours, and
I couldn't do it. Okay. So before I let you go, let's talk about All Element Group.
Okay.
Yeah. So who are some of the artists that you signed to the label? Label/management, right?
Yeah. Well, All Element is a crew, so we have Sav Kills, and we're working on a couple of projects with him. We have Immovable Kings Part 2 coming soon. One of the videos is out for that already, called Cooler Heads Prevail, featuring Kamaria Sarai, the singer. And I'm working with Frank Knight still. He's working on a project with Endemic from the UK, dope producer who I've worked with before in the past. And he has some other projects he's working on. We put out a project that he did with Chuck LaWayne called Slim Mickens, and that did really well. Got a lot of attention. And then I'm working on my Freestyle Files projects. I'm working on a compilation. So and I also have a project with Planet Asia that I need to finish up. So we just getting stuff done with the label and the crew itself. We're doing more community events. We have the All Elements Festival in July. That was a free festival outdoors, so we did it for the people. And a good 400 people or so came out. And that was dope. Razzcast Ford from LA performed. One of the OGs from Detroit, Awesome Dre, came out from Detroit. And we had UG from Cellar Dwellers, used to be on Loud Records. Illa G come out, Corsav, Kills Frank Knight from the Crew, Bad Seed. A whole bunch of artists performed and did their thing. But we're doing that festival every year. And then we have the All Elements Barbecue, where we feed the community. And then we do a Father's Day. Actually, we do a couple of different Father's Day events with another nonprofit called Love and Loyalty Violence Interrupters, who Prime Allah runs that, and he's part of our All Elements crew. So we'll do events where, like for Father's Day, fathers get free haircuts, kids get free haircuts, and I'll DJ and we'll have like a barbecue and food. So we'll do like events for Father's Day and going back to school events, and we're trying to give back more to the community, and sometimes we go speak at high schools and take on interns or help kids get internships. Mentoring I think is really important. You have a lot of people complaining about gang violence and the drill scene and people taking down the wrong paths in life. But kids need mentors. Yeah. And sometimes they might have their mother and father in the house, but both these parents are working. So kids need things to do. Yeah. Whether it's going to the dojo and training martial arts, or like a baseball, football, soccer program, something, or a music program. A lot of these schools, the funding has been cut. They don't have music programs anymore. Some of them don't have even great sports programs anymore. So we have to have things for the kids. So I shout out to everybody that's doing something for the youth. I think we can't give up on the kids. We can't just be like, oh, this generation, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, you're right.
You gotta spend time and mentor kids, and and you're gonna have your ups and downs with that. Sometimes kids don't want to listen, and things happen to them, and you try to look out for them, but you do your best.
One more question. Loud. What was your role when you was working at Loud Records?
No, I never worked at Loud.
Okay.
Never worked at Loud.
Okay.
More questions. Come on.
More questions.
I'll give you some more. I got time. Okay, go ahead.
What do you want to share? Anything funny?
Come on, you gotta be creative, man. Don't throw it on me. I'm throwing it at you.
Okay. Rap, you got a question for Jay?
Now versus the mixtape era, what do you think is more efficient for an artist that's trying to break out?
Having all these digital platforms where you can put your stuff out, and YouTube, it changed the game. But it's easier for artists to get out there now. However, and you have your Instagrams, you have your TikToks and all that, but it's so oversaturated. Everybody's trying to rap. Everybody's putting out music. And some of these people are putting money into the promo and marketing, but some of the times it's not good. And you just throwing money at something is just, you got people that can't sing. Like, why did you do a music video for that? You can't even sing. Go put somebody in the vocal lessons.
That's a good.
There's some people they trying to rap and they can barely rap.
I have a question.
Like, why you spending 10 racks on a video? Spend some time on your bars.
How could a rapper, like up-and-coming rapper, base their success if they haven't sold any records? And I say this because I see a lot of underground rappers, they're like, yeah, I'll charge for interview, I'll charge to perform, I'll charge you for this, I'll charge for that, but yet there's there's no music behind it, and they rarely post anything. I'm like, okay,
Some people have egos. I think like I said before, your network is your net worth. You gotta go outside, meet people, work with people, go to events, show support. Build with the DJs, build with the producers, build with the artists, go out, go to a lot of events, meet people, work on your skills though. Make sure you have something to bring to the table. Rapping, DJing, making beats. You could be graphic design. You could be good at online promotion and marketing. There's a lot of different jobs. Nowadays I feel like you have to know how to do more than one thing. You gotta be multidimensional. So knowing that, getting different skills up so people can like, oh, you do that and that and that? Cool, let's work together. You help me with that, I help you with this. So you got to learn how to be utilized and have different skill sets, and then go out and network and build people. And yeah, you can go on Instagram and you can go on TikTok and talk to people on there, and that's cool, but go out to the listening parties, go out to album release parties, go out to the shows and events. And nowadays, you gotta go to certain clubs, you want to be around certain DJs, and you might have to buy them a drink or two.
Yeah.
Don't pop bottles though. Take it easy. Save your money.
Listening parties and album release parties are not the same from how it was back then.
No.
Nowadays, just that everyone's on their phone. They're taking pictures, but yet they're not listening to the music.
Yo, let me tell you something. I did a show with 50 Cent at Nebula in Midtown, and all these people were like jumping on all these like so-called influencers were jumping on the stage and filming themselves on stage with 50, and like, yo, you blocking him. There's 50 you motherfuckers on stage filming yourselves. Can we see 50 do his thing? And shout to him, because he was I think in contract he only did I think 4 records. He did like 12 records. He did like a show. He had a nice show, and he did his thing. And he came in depth, everybody up, was cool, humble. Yeah. You know what I mean? I feel like, I would like to work with him. I think he's funny, and I like the power shows and the moves he makes. But I feel like a lot of people who had problems with him back in the day, they were probably the problem. I think he's a good guy. Like if you show him love, he shows you love. I could be wrong, but
I remember when his album came out, Get Rich, and it just blew out of nowhere. Yeah. It was like unexpected.
Well, when you have Eminem and Dr. Dre behind you,
and it was in every car,
and you're huge on the mixtape scene already.
Yeah, and every car was just playing some type of cut from the album.
Yeah,
they're like, okay, I'm like, yeah,
that was the shit. And he already had Justo Mixtape Awards. Him and Lloyd Banks was killing the mixtape scene. So it was very anticipated.
I remember that's where I seen you. I remember I seen you at the Justo at 125th.
Oh, in Harlem.
It was in December. It was called Apollo. That's where we met for the first time. It was at the Apollo. Then I met you again 2 weeks later somewhere else. Yeah.
I remember that Justo. And they were gonna have another one. And like I think there's a couple people were trying to take over for Justo after he passed, and it never ended up happening. And but I remember some of the people who were running it. They came to my studio, and I had all the different artists there working, and they were like checking out my mixtapes. And they were like, "Okay, we gave you we nominated you for a couple of awards, and we're mixtape DJ of the year, and this and that. But you know what? This year you get it. We can give it to you this year." And then they didn't do it. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
But rest in peace to Justo, and I do miss that mixtape era. But you gotta adapt. You gotta grow. You gotta change with the times. So you gotta put out compilation albums, or you gotta put out projects and merchandise, T-shirts, hats, hoodies. I used to go to a show and I wouldn't care. I'd sell 200 CDs in a crowd because I'm just a hustler like that. And now, I'll go to an event and I might have a table and have merchandise. That's okay. And some people like vinyl. Vinyl is a collector's item now. Yeah. You can charge $30, $40, $50 for a record, or more. You look at people like Makami, who charges $1,000 for a CD.
$1,000 for a CD?
Yeah. You people like Nipsey Hussle, he was doing like I think $1,000 for his album. Yeah. I'm like, oh wow, I understand the idea of, you want people to appreciate the art, but I feel like it's also a balance. You don't want to charge too much money.
Yeah, be some point reasonable.
Right.
Yeah, because that reminds me when I see Travis Scott sell his merch. It's like his merch is like at least expensive. Like a T-shirt, a hat, a sweater.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't listen to his music. So.
No. You listen to Travis Scott? You listen to Nicki? Anybody you listen to?
You said who?
Like who you listen to? Like anybody who's brand new? Any?
I like Freddie Gibbs. He's not brand new though.
Nah, he's not brand new.
He's been around.
I think he came out with an album like 2 weeks ago.
I like, let's see. He was brand new.
Not brand new. Like I say,
like fresh out the womb. Like
no. Someone who's been here for the last 5 years, 6 years.
I like Rome Streets.
Okay.
I like Griselda. They've been around longer than that.
I like their movement. Their movement's
I like
pretty
Rock
good.
Marciano, but he's been around forever.
Mm-hmm.
I like Kai, or some used to, Brownsville Kai. Oh man, there's people. I like Kendrick. I like J. Cole, but they've been around.
Yeah, they've been around. Yeah. How you feel about Def Jam as a label?
Now?
Yeah. Versus back then.
Back then they were, they had everybody. They were, it was legendary.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I'm being nice.
Yeah, you have to be nice.
I used to love, Def Jam, Loud, and Ruckus. Those are like the labels.
Oh, they're like your top 3 labels?
Yeah, probably.
Mine was Def Jam. I think Def Jam was just number 1.
And Bad Boy, just baby oil everywhere. No
yeah.
Diddy.
I would say Bad Boy used to be number 2 for me. Def Jam, Bad Boy, probably Death Row. If Death Row was still alive, Death Row.
Death Row had great. They had Dre, Snoop, and Pac.
Mm-hmm.
And they had Dog Pound.
And Dog Pound, Lady of Rage.
Lady of Rage,
Michelle Lee.
Mm-hmm. Michelle Lee, yeah.
East Siders.
Yeah. The Loud Records had Wu Tang, Mobb Deep, Big Pun, Exhibit, Dead Prez,
Twister.
More than that.
There was be more. Yeah, they got more, yeah.
And they had MOP later on, the Beatnuts, the Alcoholics.
Cellar Dwellers.
Mm-hmm. So, it's hard to, your preference is your preference. I get in arguments with people sometimes like, oh, I'm a tastemaker, so what I say is reality. And listen, what you like is what you like. So some people like things I don't like. Some people, want to get slathered in baby oil and get a horse up their, put a horse cock up their ass. That's not me.
Mm-hmm.
That's their preference. Hey, people. Whatever dunks your donuts,
mm-hmm.
As long as you're not hurting anybody else,
it's cool with me, yeah.
Hey, but I like what I like. Damn, you know what's dope? I can't. Ty Ferris from Detroit. Mm-hmm. He's a newer dude. He's been around for a couple of years. I like him. There's another guy with a C. I can't think of his name right now, but he's dope.
He's from New York?
No. He was dating that tennis player. Corday. Yeah, like Corday.
Okay.
Corday is dope.
I feel like they have so many.
I like Lil Dicky. I like his TV show too.
I like the TV show. I like his TV show. I like Vince Staples TV show.
I like his I like Vince Staples too.
Mm-hmm. It's like I know them more for their TV show than their music.
Yeah, I like Killer Mike, but he's been around a long time.
Yeah, Killer Mike's been around.
But he's very conscious, very political.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate him. And he finally got a Grammy, so shout out to him.
Yep.
I think more than one.
Like 2 or 3?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I like who I like. It's I like Currency.
Yeah, I love Currency.
I like the Locks. I like Jadakiss. I like Fabulous. I don't just like super underground stuff. I like
Mm-hmm.
I like all kinds of stuff. Sometimes I just play Common and Slum Village, and sometimes I'm playing MOP. Different vibes, different moods. Sometimes I'm just playing R&B and soul and stuff from the 60s, 70s, 80s,
mm-hmm.
90s.
I like the fact that you can listen to rap from the 80s to then now. It's like you have different writers, different names.
Yeah.
I think I was listening to the Crunk Sound. I was playing Little John.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a few weeks ago. I'm like, this is not bad.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's energy. It's
mm-hmm.
fun for what it's for. It's fun for you want to turn up in the club or in your car. You want to But if I want to hear something that's more lyrical, then it's not for that. Some music is for the strip club, some is to wild out to, and some is make you think.
Mm-hmm.
And some is just get you relax and vibe out. You know, like for that, I like Janae Aiko. I think she got really chill, you know, music, you know, for that.
I think we need a balance in hip hop, just because when you listen to the radio, you hear one type of sound, and that's all you hear all day. Even Sirius XM,
too much drill, too many drill rappers that can't rap, and too many strippers that should not be rapping.
Yeah,
like,
basically.
like they can barely rap. Like, what are y'all doing?
I'm like,
too many people who have ghostwriters and writers who aren't really talented. They're just like a personality and a look.
and the thing that killed me the most is every flow sounds the same for the next hour. I'm like, okay, I'll listen to Sirius XM. I'll listen to that show, Houston, Texas, Atlanta mix show, and you can tell they just mix it up. It just sounds so refreshing. It sounds different because they'll mix the old school with the new school South rap.
Well, I feel like Houston always had a really dope hip hop scene. You look at the Ghetto Boys, who I grew up loving. You know, rest in peace to Bush's Bill. UGK, rest in peace to Pimp C. I always love UGK. You know, Bun B, he's so talented. And then, you know, they had the, you know, a real big movement in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I remember. I used to read, what was it, Murder Dog magazine. Yeah, Murder Dog.
Did a lot of West Coast stuff and the Southern and Midwest.
Yeah, there was a lot of Midwest and West Coast.
They weren't on no New York stuff.
No.
And you learn about other things.
I used to read Murder Dog, One Nut in Connecticut, Stretch magazine.
Stress, yeah.
Well,
how about Elemental?
All right, Elemental, Rap Page, and Rap Sheet. I know Rap Sheet was that newspaper.
Right. I like Scratch magazine. They were around for a little while.
Yeah, I like Scratch. I like the Foundation magazine.
Foundation magazine was great. That was the mixtape culture right there.
Foundation.
Shout out to B-Mac.
Let me see.
You know, I was in Foundation magazine a few times.
Oh, yeah?
They did an article on me, J. Ronin, man of the people. And it was funny because we were walking through my hood in Flatbush, by Flatbush Junction.
Yeah.
And while the guys interviewing me, people kept running up to me and stopping me and talking to me about music. And, and like, oh, you got a mixtape on you? Can I cop some? And I'm like, take a few out of my side pocket, like, shh. And they're like, damn, like, you really do it? I'm like, hey.
Nice.
But yeah, I like Foundation a lot. I have a little magazine library in my studio where I have all the magazines you just talked about.
Nice.
I just have like a whole bookshelf of magazines, rows and rows.
Nice and crisp and clean.
Source, Double XL too.
I have a ton of Source magazines.
Don Diva, Feds Mag, Stash magazine from Cali.
I remember Stash.
Who else from Cali?
But some of these magazines, they just stick with me just because the covers are iconic. It's like Murder Dog had the covers, besides Source, Vibe. Then these other small publishing houses, they have these crazy, nice covers. I think, there's like too many magazines. If I remember correctly, I think it was like 20 or 30 magazines. Yeah.
I mean, the hip hop magazine thing was winning, and I think, you know, part of it, the graphic design was important, but the magazines are really good when the ones that had a good journalists asking good questions and featuring good artists. Some of them were just on some pay to play, and like anybody can be in a magazine as long as they're paid.
And you could tell.
And I was like, why are you?
And you could tell because some of them would just come out once a quarter, and you're like, all right, it's trash. Then when they do come out, it's only the pages on 30 pages. I remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, shout out to Daily Art Survival magazine. That's a magazine I work with now. That's a martial arts magazine. But I did some articles in there, and I got some more articles coming.
Okay, nice. And what's the name of the magazine?
Deadly Art of Survival.
Oh, Deadly Art of Survival. Okay.
And, Douse, DAOUS, Douse, and we do a convention once a year. I DJ that, and they have martial arts seminars and performances.
All right, cool. I guess it's a wrap.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right.
I appreciate y'all. Make sure you follow me at JRonin82 on Instagram, JRONIN82, and subscribe, hit like on everything on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/All Elements TV Online. All Elements TV Online. We have the J Ronin podcast interviews. We have the Rolling with Ronin martial arts YouTube series where I interview martial arts masters and I train with them. And live footage from our events and music videos. You know, check it out. Stay in tune with the movement. I appreciate y'all. Salute.
Peace. Got it, Jay. Thanks a lot.
Bro, that was good.
Yeah, that was great.